Alright guys, it's Shalon with the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I'm going to give you an April update for Bless. Now you'll notice that the title of the show isn't Bless 101 yet. I don't have enough information to be really calling it a Bless 101. I don't want people to think there's a ton of stuff in here. This is just an overview. I know a lot of you are excited for Bless, so let's just get you caught up to speed. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you some important dates. I know a lot of people don't have their fingers on the pulse of this game. And then I'm going to talk about something a lot of people have been having a conversation with me lately about why this doesn't feel like a launch, if you will. And then I want to alleviate some of those fears. Like, a lot of you already feel like you're left behind, and I don't want you to feel that way. And then I'm going to give you just a touch of faction lore, and it's an important piece of faction lore that'll really start getting you thinking about which faction you want to choose. So first and foremost, dates. 2 May. If you want to join the emissary program, be a content creator or a community person, you have until 2 May to make that decision. So get your applications in. At the end of the show and in the description below, I'll have the link that you need to head to for all this good stuff. And then on the 9th of May, they are going to make the announcements of the emissaries. So not a lot of time if you got invited to San Francisco, but that's going to be good. I am kind of hoping I get into the Bless Content Creators Program. If I do, great. If I don't, still great. I'm still going to make Bless content. The only thing my getting into the content creator program is going to change is it'll be that hard decision at Camelot Unchained. If I'm in the Bless Creators program, I probably won't venture into Camelot Unchained even to take a peek. And then 11 May is going to be the press conference in San Francisco. Really hoping that we get some information that's going to alleviate why it doesn't feel like a launch. So let's talk about why this doesn't feel like a launch. First of all, it's an import game. The game is one of those games that's already been out for years, and now the Western market's just getting it. The game's already failed twice, but I don't discount it because of that happening, because they've done a complete rework for the Western market. And people are like, well, that never works. Well, Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, they pulled off a rebirth. So, and I absolutely love Final Fantasy XIV. I just left it to play Arcade. Arcade was more what I was looking for. In fact, if all these other games weren't coming out, I'd be going right back to Final Fantasy. So don't think that just because the game has failed twice, that it doesn't feel like a launch. The big thing is the release date. Like, when you're waiting on a new game, a new MMO, you're all dressed up with nowhere to go. Well, we want to get dressed up, but we don't know where the party's at. And it's the same thing with the price. It's kind of like, hey, Bless is coming to North America. When? I can't tell you. How much is it going to be? I can't tell you. Oh, well, then it's months away. Now, I am not knocking anybody for the decision to hold this information close. Sometimes not sharing information is the best plan, especially if they're going to do that big press conference on the 11th of May. That still gives them about 20 days if they need to do any shuffles, and it allows them up to the last minute to be like, oops, we need to audible. I think these are smart decisions. I'm comfortable. Jalon's comfortable with why this doesn't feel like a launch yet. When it does feel like a launch, we're going to hype it up. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying to me, dude, I already feel so far behind. I went onto the Bless Discord, and there's like a bazillion channels, and all these people are already playing. There's all these guides. There's all these... Guys, that's fine. Relax. Italian proverb tells us that after the game, the king and the pawn go into the same box. Yeah, there's people that are already playing. They've loved Bless. They absolutely love it. They're already out there. They got guides. We don't know how much of that's going to be relevant. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know what we don't know. There's going to be a ton of content creators. As soon as that early access hits, content will flow, guides will come. You're going to have personalities like me that break it down to the 101 level. You'll have specialty people. You're going to have a market for tamers, for mount tamers, battle companion tamers. You're going to have the Pokemon trainers that tell you how to raise your pets. You're going to have the dungeon people. You're going to have the PvP people. Relax. Enjoy the game. Some people do have an advantage. Don't run the other guy's race. Run your race. If you are not a super hardcore top 1% person, then you're not behind at all. Remember, it's a game. Enjoy the game. We'll get you there. We'll get there together. I don't know anything more than you. We'll all get there together. What I do know is I want to give you some faction lore, because for the most part, you know, the games that are faction based have to have really good reasons for having those factions the way they do. The two games I like to talk about are WoW, obviously World of Warcraft, the Alliance versus the Horde. I don't even want to start to break the seal on the lore between the Alliance and the Horde in that game. If you're a WoW player, you know it. If you're not a WoW player, it wouldn't make any sense to you. So let's just leave it at that. World of Warcraft is a faction-based game, and it has a ton of reasons. And then you have, I know, this is going to sound weird, you have EVE Online. EVE Online is at its core a faction versus faction versus faction versus faction game. It's 4 factions, 4 races. I mean, I know it's a sandbox emerging gameplay, lots of things going on there. But at its core, the Kaldari, the Minmatar, the Galenti, they have their reasons for why they are at war with each other. And the Amar. Sorry, Amar, I didn't mean to leave you out there. So, yeah, there's a reason why each of those factions dislike each other. EVE Online, huge lore-rich game. People don't ever know that. So for Bless, you basically have the Holy Alliance, the conservatives, we want to maintain order, we want to maintain our authority, versus the Union, which is they want progressive, they want change, they want freedom, they want equality. I'm going to give you the link so that you can go and read the whole article. I didn't feel like doing copy pasta of the whole article. But really, I love the fact that they've released enough of that now I got to convince people to go Union, because I'm like the original rebel. If I have the option between progressive and change and freedom, that's where I want to go. As far as like the Holy Alliance, you know, I imagine we're going to see some serious RP flavor. Serious RP flavor on the Huron side. I really do. So if those are sort of your things, now you at least got a little bit of a heads up. Guys, I'm going to put this link. This is where everything is right now. Last video I did, I gave you a couple of other sources. Check those out as well. If you go to the Bless Steam page, it's going to give you all of these announcements for the emissary stuff, the content creator stuff. That's where you need to go. And then, as always, if you want to talk Bless, you can jump in my Discord. Ping me on Discord. I'm Jalan, #8446. I have a new link that'll bring you into a new channel on my Discord. I've arranged it now. It's not just Arcade 101. It's a lot of different things. I'm going to be back to streaming next week. You can stop by Wednesday or Friday, and Bless will certainly be on the menu. And then, as always, guys, a huge thank you to all my sponsors. My list of sponsors from Patreon is really growing. A lot of people are just donating a few bucks here and there. They deserve recognition. That money is going to allow me to do a lot of the things I want to do, like maybe give away a copy or two of Bless once we get the pricing. That's it for Saturday, guys. Again, it's not a Bless 101 yet. I didn't have enough meat to make it a class, but I hope some of this helped. I'll see you in Bless, and I'll see you on stream. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? There's videos up here to watch. You gotta go over here. Hit the chibi. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the webpage. And I'll see you guys on Twitch.